How's it going, everybody? It is July 24th. This is Merch by Amazon sales update, but I'm actually going to show you guys something different. I wanted to, over the last couple of, I would say, weeks, I've mentioned, probably even months, I've mentioned, and I've used the area code example a couple of videos ago to talk about scalability and what you can do with like a very simple design and how you can scale it to hundreds of similar designs, or maybe even thousands, depending on how specific you want to go. In the example that I talked about area codes. And for example, just for one US state, you can have, 20 different designs. So you can do the same things with, cities, with countries, with specific holidays, religions, all that kind of stuff. You can really scale it up to to a level that maybe you never thought of. And I'm gonna go into that. I'm gonna go into some numbers to show you guys something very interesting that I just discovered. So, but let's get into these numbers first. I'm going to talk about the sales so far. Like I said, it is the 24th, which means we have 8 days left. I'm recording this first thing in the morning, 6 a.m. So today is not being taken into consideration, so we're going to be looking at the first 23 days. So far, I have 161 sales in the U.S., $2,888 in sales for the total royalties of $485.57. Royalties per sale are not budging from $3, but that's okay. I think that's probably the new average I'm looking at, unless I get a couple of products that actually kind of take off and make a significant impact in sales, and then those products would have to be priced at a reasonable price where I'd be getting $4 or $5 in profits. So this is where I'm sitting at right now. It's looking good. Even if I look at the monthly chart, I've already kind of hit that area of, and this will load in a second, but we can still kind of see it here. I've hit that area with 8 days to go, where I am kind of, at the same level right now as the last, probably, what are we looking at? 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 or 5 months. Once I break the 200, we're going to be looking at at least the third or one of the best months since November of 2021. And even if I go back further, not considering these 2 months where it was one design that was taking off, we're going to be going back to, I think, 2019 or so, maybe even 2018. So overall, sales are going great, right? There has been a steady and a slight increase as we go on, and especially with my overall numbers. We're just looking at the U.S. sales. Even they're increasing. They're not spiking. They're increasing in sales, but overall sales numbers are increasing, which is amazing. So that's where I'm sitting at right now. 162 in the U.S. My total number is 275, which is amazing. And again, I keep pointing to these other marketplaces for, the additional sales that I would not be seeing if I was concentrating on the .com on the U.S. marketplace. So far, again, we're looking at $500, $600, $700, $800 in royalties so far. Maybe with this even a little more, which means it's going to be a really good month, and I'm actually looking forward to the final numbers. Let's look at the math that I was talking about. So I'll just go into this quickly. So basically, what I've done over the last couple of months, maybe even longer, my main designs that I've started listing are based on one design and one idea, where I can scale it to literally every single marketplace that's available to us now. And then, for example, I can also go based on scale it to any location. For example, there's no marketplaces for these places, countries in the world using my strategy. But again, people live all over the world. So even though, for example, some of my designs could be focused on, let's say, UK, but they'll still sell in Japan, and definitely in the US, and definitely in Germany. So that's as far as I can go without giving it up. So basically what I've done over the last let's say 5-6 months, is those would be my main designs that I'm creating and uploading, in addition to random, graphic designs and things like that I'm just listing as part of the overall project. So the main designs, and the reason that I'm scaling them up so much is because they're selling, and this is what we're going to look at. So out of the 275 sales, I've sold that resulted from 160 products, as you can see here. So 160 products sold 275 times, perfect. But out of these 160, and I actually did the math for you guys. We're going to do some basic math this morning. So out of these 160, 35 of those were not the same product, but the same kind of design, the same idea, same design with different information on it. So 35 were that one design with different info on it, which is part of the scaling process, which means that if we look at the total numbers, and this is how you do a percentage. So if we're teaching math this morning, so you would go 35 divided by 160, you get the number 21. And then you multiply it by 100, which is the percent, and you get 21.8% of my total sales this month so far resulted from one design that I've scaled to a much larger number. That includes, for example, the information on there is you're able to sell it pretty much in any country all over the world. And this is just me working on this for a couple of months, not even a year. So now I'm getting an idea about the idea, like the main point of scalability. This is one design, and 21%, 22% sales of my total sales. That's nuts. That's crazy. That means that if I wasn't working on that project, I wouldn't be getting these sales, which is, it is kind of like, it blows your mind. That means that if I can introduce a couple more designs, a couple more ideas or niches that generate the same results, that is how you grow the overall sales and the success of the store, of this platform. And to me, it's incredible because I'm not just getting these sales on merch with these designs. I'm getting them on Amazon through my Amazon store. I'm getting them on eBay. Now I've started listing these on Etsy, and it's like I said, it is just mind blowing because of the numbers that are coming in for that one design, and it's like a template. And now I'm actually registered again for Canvas Titans, which means I can go through 100 designs in 10 minutes. It's so easy to scale now. I've fixed the technical issues, so everything's good. So that is probably the main thing here that I wanted to tell you guys is just searching for that one design that takes off. And I know that can take a very long time, but it is important to experiment in addition to the systematic kind of approach to uploading, to just knowing that you have your main evergreens up for sale, you have your holidays, you have your location-based designs, but then again, start exploring, get into categories that you know nobody's in yet. I have no doubt that these are going to be copied, but for now, they are very successful, at least for me, for the size of my account. So we'll see what happens. We'll see where this ends up in 6 months, because I'm gonna keep pushing this design because it's very simple and it works. And like when I just look at it, I just know that people don't mind wearing a shirt out into the world. That it's not a silly design where you can just wear it to special occasions or whatever. This is just like it's an everyday shirt. So anyways, that's what I wanted to point out. So far, I think the month is great. I'm very happy about the royalties that are coming in. The numbers themselves, I think, like I said, this is good because it's actually going in the direction I want to see it in. So we're very nicely positioned 24 days or 23 days into the month. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.